Everybody, how are you today? I hope you've had a nice day. And this is October, and you know what's coming at the end of the month? Halloween is coming. So I actually am going to read a few Halloween books over the next week or two. And but first I'm going to start with a new book I found that I really like. I have a couple of them. It's called Scaredy Squirrel. This is Scaredy Squirrel. This one is Scaredy Squirrel Makes a Friend, but I'm going to start with Scaredy Squirrel. He's kind of fun. Warning, Scaredy Squirrel insists that everyone wash their hands with antibacterial soap before reading this book. Scaredy Squirrel. Scaredy Squirrel never leaves his nut tree. You see him there? Oh, you got to look at him a little closer. See that? He looks a little bit afraid, doesn't he? And he never leaves the tree. This is the unknown. He'd rather stay in his safe and familiar tree than risk venturing out into the unknown. The unknown can be a scary place for a squirrel. Look at all that, the unknown. A few things Scaredy Squirrel is afraid of. Tarantulas, poison ivy, green Martians, killer bees, germs, and sharks. Are you afraid of any of those? So he's perfectly happy to stay right where he is. You see him there? He's in the top of his tree, and he's just gonna stay there. Advantages of never leaving the nut tree. He gets a great view. There's plenty of nuts. It's a safe place, and there's no tarantulas, poison ivy, green aliens, killer bees, germs, and sharks. But this is the disadvantages of never leaving the nut tree. It's always the same old view, same old nuts, and same old place. But he's afraid, isn't he? His name is Scaredy Squirrel. So this is Monday. There he is. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. In Scaredy Squirrel's nut tree, every day is the same. Everything is predictable, and all is under control. Oh, I don't know if I like that. Scaredy Squirrel's daily routine. He wakes up at 6:45. He eats a nut at 7. 7:15, he looks at a view. Noon, he eats a nut. 12:30, he looks at a view. 5 o'clock, he eats a nut. 5:31, looks at view. 8 o'clock, he goes to sleep. And he's in that tree every day. But let's just say, for example, that something unexpected did happen. You can rest assured that this squirrel is prepared. Look at, he's got a first aid kit right there. And these are a few items in Scaredy Squirrel's emergency kit. He's got a parachute. He's got bug spray, a mask and rubber gloves, a hard hat, antibacterial soap, calamine lotion, a net, Band-Aids, and sardines. So he is really set if an emergency happens. Now, according to Scaredy Squirrel, this is what you do in case of an emergency. Step 1, panic. Step 2, run. Step 3, get your kit. Step 4, put on your kit. Step 5, consult exit plan. Step 6, exit tree if there is absolutely, definitely, truly no other option. Look at him. Here's his exit plan. It's top secret. Shh. Note to self, exit 1, watch out for green Martians and killer bees in the sky. Note to self, exit 2, do not land in river. If unavoidable, use sardines to distract sharks. Exit 3, note to self, look out for poison ivy and for tarantulas roaming the ground. Exit 4, note to self, keep in mind that germs are everywhere. Remember, if all else fails, playing dead is always a good option. Wow, he's really thought this through. With his emergency kit in hand, Scaredy Squirrel watches. Day after day he watches. Look at that. Until one day, on a Thursday at 9:37 a.m., oh no! A killer bee appears. Scaredy Squirrel jumps in panic, knocking his emergency kit out of the tree. This was not part of the plan. Oh dear. Scaredy Squirrel jumps to catch his kit. He quickly regrets this idea. The parachute is in the kit, but something incredible happens. What do you think's gonna happen? He starts to glide. Scaredy Squirrel is no ordinary squirrel. He's a flying squirrel. Whoa! He feels overjoyed, adventurous, carefree, alive until he lands in a bush, kerplunk. Scaredy Squirrel forgets all about the killer bee, not to mention the tarantulas, poison ivy, green Martians, germs, and sharks. Look at that. And he plays dead. 30 minutes later, 1 hour later, 2 hours later. Finally, Scaredy Squirrel realized that nothing horrible is happening in the unknown today. So he returns to his nut tree. All this excitement has inspired Scaredy Squirrel to make drastic changes in his life. Do you think he's going to be as scared anymore? This is Scaredy Squirrel's new and improved daily routine. 6:45 a.m. Wake up! 7 o'clock, eat a nut. 7:15, look at the view. 9:37 a.m., jump into the unknown. Whee! 9:45 a.m., play dead. 2 hours later, return home. At noon, eat a nut. 12:30 p.m., look at the view. 5 o'clock, eat a nut. 5:31, look at the view. And at 8 o'clock, go to sleep. That new schedule allows him to jump into the unknown. P.S. As for the emergency kit, Scaredy Squirrel is still not in any hurry to pick it up yet, because do you see where it landed? In the poison ivy. The end. So that was the story of Scaredy Squirrel, who's not going to be so scared anymore. And I'm going to read a Sandra Boynton book. She's one of my favorite authors, and this one is called Eek! Halloween by Sandra Boynton. I just love her books. There's a big round moon in a dark, dark sky. The chickens are nervous. Do you know why? It's because strange things are happening. One saw a pumpkin with flickering eyes. One saw a mouse of enormous size. Oh dear, running away as fast as he can. One met a duck with ridiculous feet. And one heard a robot intone, trick or treat. They all saw a witch and a wizard too. Yes, the chickens are nervous. So here's what they do. They hide their eyes. They don't dare to peek. Then someone shouts, "Boo!" And the chickens go, "Eek!" What's going on here? What does it mean? Relax, silly chickens. It's Halloween. They're just having some fun, and they didn't realize it was just Halloween. And here's another fun book called The Not So Scary Hairy Spider. Look at this book. I Found it at the thrift store and I just loved it. Look at that. The hairy, not so scary, hairy spider. Are you sometimes afraid of spiders? Lots of people are. All the very coolest bugs meet up the water spout. But each time Spider tries to climb, the bouncers kick him out. You're too scary. You're too hairy. Oh, look at him. Look at that. Oh, poor Spider. Spider says, to climb the spout, I need to look less hairy. Ant says, try this tutu on. You'll seem a lot less scary. You see the tutu? She goes, really? Ant says, we can hide your hair beneath this giant hat. Stay out, growl the bouncer bugs. You'll scare the guest like that. Ant says, why not try these fancy underpants instead? But the bouncers have a sign that says, no underpants. See it right there? No underpants, and it's in red. Can't come in, he says, oh dear. Spider tries one final plan. I'll just be myself and smile. And without delay, the bouncers say, come up, we love your style. So he finally got to be in the area with all the very important bugs. So that spider's not really too scary after all. So the next time you see a spider, just be nice to it. Look at that, the hairy spider. Just tried to disguise herself all different ways. So anyway, good night. And I hope you've had a good day. I walked today. I hope you got to do some exercise. And I'll read to you again soon. I love you. One more. Catch it. Did you get it? I think so.
Amen.